Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So following the update on K1 the Ultimate with his newly acquired bride Emmanuella, we are bringing to you reasons why K1 the Ultimate decided to go for Emmanuella, marry Emmanuella. Initially, we thought the marriage had been held traditionally and secretly, whereby K1 the Ultimate has gone to the family of Emmanuella to ask her hand in marriage. Right now, the biggest society story currently making the rounds is the story of K1's plan to marry Lagos society lady Emmanuella. It is the story of why this wave-making superstar has decided to pick this turning beauty he calls IREKE as wife. Unknown to many, this popular Lagos society lady has been friends with K1 the Ultimate since 2009. Entertainer, the king of Fuji music, Wasiu Ayinde Marshal, popularly known as K1 the Ultimate, is not left out in the accusation of the opposite gender. In fact, the Mayegun of Yoruba land is known to be legendary in the game and has, over the years, bedded quite a number of women who has given him a total of 40 children. Despite being married to Yewande, who has since relocated to Canada after he decided to marry socialite and fabric merchant Titi, who is popularly known with K1 and known as the only and official wife of K1, who used to be married to a businessman, Tunde Bashir. The 64-year-old, that is K1 himself, opted to expand his barren to include another well-known socialite, Emmanuella. Tall, beautiful and fair-skinned Rokpo runs party dreams, an event and children's gift outfits in Ojodu area. She's the mother of 4 children from 4 different fathers. Rokpo is also an Egba chief. She's the Otun Yalode of Egbein in Abeokuta, while her late chief Stephen Boyega or Debbie was respected Egba chief too. So smiting is he by her that many of Kwam's one close friend and associates have aligned with him and accepted her. She was recently introduced to the Oba Said Ademola Elegushi, the Elegushi of Ikate land, as the latest addition to the many collection that he has already acquired. They have both received royal blessing for their union. On the hand to receive Kwamon and his new wife at the palace, along with Oba Elegushi, were his wife Sekinat Elegushi, Aku of Lagos, Oba Dosimu, and a commissioner in the government, Sanwo-Olu Chief Anofi Elegushi, the Commissioner of Home Affairs. The romance between the two have not been without some residents, as some of Kwam's once numerous concubines have resorted to a smear campaign to denigrate Rokpo for coming to take the spotlight and reduce their shine. They have vowed to do all within their powers to ruin their things between her and Kwam. Busting their bubbles in the next few days, King of Fuji Kwam himself will be tying the nuptial knot, which we thought had actually happened with the popular Lagos woman Emmanuella herself, the Otun Yalode of Egbein Egbaland. The Oluwaye of Fuji has reached out to many celebrities and about 16 top Yoruba Obas to accompany him to Abeokuta for the introduction ceremony, which will be holding soon and promised to be ground where he will finally ask for Emmanuella's hand in marriage, knowing fully well that is the Mayegun of Yoruba land and going to ask the hand of a chief herself in a marriage. They are going in a grand style and accompanied with so many socialites and princes and kings just to ask for Emmanuella's hand in marriage. This lady, identified as Emmanuella, was once alleged linked to the Oni of Ife. It was gathered that the rumor started after the gorgeous lady stepped out with the Oni to attend a high society wedding in Lagos. In an interview, Rokpo stated that there is no ounce of truth in the rumor going round that she is in a relationship or the Oni of Ife is about to take her as a new wife. However, the pair were allegedly seen each other before the crash of Oni's marriage. Romance between the Oni and Rokpo started after his marriage crashed in August, and scouts went out searching for another Olori for the Oba. According to the information gathered on Rokpo, the woman has been married twice and she has 4 children. She was married to an oil dealer identified as Joshua Dewale, who she had 2 children with, and later married one Femi, who she had a son with. Well, the engineer and oil dealer, happens to be on his friends, your childhood friend as well. Rokpo was also linked to a popular Abeokuta-based Fuji musician, Wasiu Ayinde, who lost his wife December. It was gathered that the woman who hailed from Abeokuta, that is Emmanuella, ended her love affair with Femi, who bought a house for her at Anthony Enohora Estate in Ogba Ikeja, before the allegations of her affairs with the Oni of Ife. When the news of K1 going into a secret wedding with Emmanuella Facebook, and many people didn't quite believe it, because many wondered why he would marry Emmanuella secretly, because both of them have been age-long friends. It was during one of the investigations, the popular blogger investigating, that we found out that the rumor of the secret wedding weren't true after all. What is, however, true is that K1 and Emmanuella are now seriously in a relationship, and both have been stepping out together of late, and the videos to that effect are in public spaces. Emmanuella happens to be one of K1's female admirers, and also he came to perform at Emmanuella Rokpo's father's burial, because they've been friends from childhood. So the news making rounds on social media triggered K1's anger, especially when all sorts of allegations were being hurled at Emmanuella, and before they knew it, the internet was agog with a big battle between pro-titans of Titi Marshal versus pro-titans of Emmanuella, and more celebratory women joined the fray, and the two groups began to curse themselves openly on Facebook and Instagram. More celebrity women were dragged into the matter. This didn't go down well with K1, as he allegedly called out his wife to caution his friends who had launched an attack on Emmanuella, whom K1 believed has not done anything wrong. Well, insider revealed that it was when the attack became intense and persisted that K1 now stepped in by commenting on the brouhaha. Well, if only Titi Marshal had listened to her husband and not follow what her friends had said and follow the fight of her friends. K1 didn't have so much to say, but he began to eulogize Emmanuella on his Instagram page and Facebook page. A close friend of K1 revealed that K1 didn't think much about all that was going on until it took a turn for the worse. Over the last few days, he took to his Facebook page. He wrote an IREKE for Emmanuella, elogizing her and praising her. A close associate of K1 told the blogger that it was the ferocious attack launched on Emmanuella that made K1 rise in her defense, and he now decided to marry her. Up until now, many are still wondering what could have led to the rift between K1 and his wife. This is because many did not see it coming. K1 had, over the last 3 years, also been full of praises for Titi Marshal in several interviews and at several live performances. K1 had publicly sang song of praises about Titi Marshal. Interestingly, we heard that K1 had repeatedly explained to her wife not to listen to all rumors and gossip about him and women. Also, one of the things her husband had warned her against was never to indulge in keeping tabs on him. Those close to K1 revealed that K1 had warned her to desist from engaging in any social media offensive against any of her female fans. But her friend says, as a woman, she found it difficult to cope with the gossip and insinuation that he had too many women around him. 2007, speaking of how much K1 the Ultimate speak and sing praises about his wife Titi Marshal, explaining that they have a normal way of communicating. If Titi Marshal has anything important to say to him, there's a way he's going to reach him. If she calls him and he doesn't pick up, then he will find a way to reach out to one of his boys around him, and that has been their working techniques and the normal norms for both of them, for their relationship to last this long. Well, it is obvious that Titi Marshal couldn't take any of these rumors and noises about popular husband having too many women around him and as female admirers. That show his wife love, that is K1 showing love to Titi Marshal. He named all these 3 businesses after Titi's 3 children. For instance, named his bread business as Angela Bread, and several other businesses like his bottling company and rebagging of rice business. The fight between Titi Marshal and Emmanuel has split many Lagos celebrity women, as many as taking side. There are those who are of the opinion that Titi's side is okay, and those who are also with Emmanuella. And there's a third group that thinks that Titi didn't handle the situation well. They feel like she could have managed K1 well and managed the situation well as well. It wouldn't have boomerang into a situation where K1 now wants to take Emmanuella as a wife. It's also gathered that that K1's mom, who will be 103 in few months time, has given their blessing to K1 and Emmanuella, and there is no going back when this occurs. Well guys, there you have it on K1 and Emmanuella. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, and drop your comments in the comment section below. Let us hear your opinion on this as well.